Hey, first comment to the broadcast on Periscope, Mr. Matthew Gold. We are live on Periscope and YouTube right now. Thank you guys so much for tuning in live and on the replay. I hope that you will share this out. I hope that you'll follow me. I'm live every single day, 7 days a week, with 3 hours of live content every single day on Periscope. Hey King, hey Cher, hey Fresh. Good to see you guys. This broadcast is brought to you by request from my previous broadcast right before this. I gave you guys the choice between going to the gym and hitting the treadmill and hanging out on the treadmill for a while, or doing a broadcast specifically about mentorship. So this is the second to last segment of our leadership series that we've been going through over the past several months. Yeah, I'm live on YouTube too. Yeah, when I go live from my computer, I have the option to go live from Periscope and YouTube at the same time. I'd like to stream to Twitch at the same time too, but because I'm an affiliate over there, they actually don't allow that. So I can only go live on Twitch separately from the other platforms, and I don't. So therefore, I just don't go live on Twitch anymore. But you never know. If I got shut down on Periscope, Twitch would probably be my next choice because I can monetize over there. I don't have quite enough watch time on YouTube just yet, so I can't monetize there yet. First comment on YouTube is JC, who said long time no see, even though he was just in my ASMR broadcast before this one. I've been live, 4 times today? It's been a good day. Huge thank you, sincerely. I've been a bit discouraged and disheartened by the lack of support that we've been getting comparatively to months and years past, but these people are the faithful, the core, the people who are still supporting despite whatever reasons other people are not supporting, and I just can't say thank you to them enough because they're making my dream possible of being able to live stream messages that I think are important for people to hear every single day and helping me to reach my goals of getting my master's degree as a clinical mental health counselor, getting licensed as a professional counselor so that I can help people with mental illness at the next level, at a level that is even deeper than I think that we help people right now. Thanks for sharing and retweeting. Hey, Lou. Rody. Gomez, hey. You're trolling, Danny. Hey, Danny. You know, Danny, Danny was in a broadcast that I was in right before this, which was also just harshing my vibe. I'm not in the best mood today. I felt like I was in a great mood all day, so I mean, you guys always cheer me up. Thank you for the super hearts, Mark. That definitely lifts my spirits to know someone still believes in me out there. Hey, Mike, and I know like all these people believe in me, you know, but it's like, you know, $10 and $5. Like I try to stretch it and make it go as far as I can, but I'm just doing my best, and I am grateful for everyone who does support. I really, really am. I just feel a little bit insecure, I guess, in myself, and a little bit, I lose confidence a bit when I'm not earning as much as I would like to be earning. I'm not a Scientologist. How are you, Nanashi? Good to see you back. Don't harsh the vibes. It wasn't Danny. No, it was someone else on a broadcast we were both just in. I was about to unblock him, Danny, so like he was like, yeah, she blocked me for the stupidest reason. You know, she has me blocked, and we were all like kind of joking about it, and I clicked him, and I'm like, okay, I'm just going to unblock him, because I have had that guy blocked for like over a year, maybe more, maybe 2 years. And I'm like, whatever, I'll just unblock him, give him another chance. And he just starts like railing on me about how stupid I am to block him for this stupid reason, how it's none of my business. Also, I'm like, bro, like, I don't really need that in my stream. So I did not unblock him. If he had just not gone off, I would have. It seems like he's had different people ask me to unblock it. It doesn't matter. We're here to talk about mentoring. Yeah, he's a bit rude, and not just to me, but to other people too. I've seen it in other broadcasts and have felt many times like that was a good choice to block that from my environment, because I want this to be a positive place, a safe place, and I'm kind of ruining that right now by talking about it. So let's switch gears and talk about mentorship. Oh my God, 1 Inch Johnson! You guys, do you remember 1 Inch Johnson on YouTube? I haven't seen him in a long time. Good to see you. I miss you. How have you been? That definitely cheers me up. Office Ray, welcome to Periscope. You have YT in your username. Is that YouTube? I'm live on YouTube right now too at the same username, Next Juice. So make sure you follow on Periscope, subscribe on YouTube. I have the same username on Instagram and on Twitter and on Twitch, and my email, you know, get me on all the places. You can sign up for my email list too, so you can get my book reviews that I do every 4 months emailed to you. That's only 3 emails a year, and it's just book reviews and summaries, because I'm I'm a nerd and I love to read books, especially nonfiction books, development books, business books, finance books, all sorts of stuff to help you to reach your goals, health goals, wealth goals, relationship goals, and beyond. So today, let me rehash what we've talked about so far in our leadership series. So we talked about the importance of listening, the importance of critical thinking, the importance of giving feedback, the importance of time management, the importance of planning and implementation, the importance of organization and delegation, the importance of facilitation, everything was Asian for a while there, and the importance of motivation, that's also Asian. Motivation we did 3 days ago, and now we're here talking about mentoring. We've talked about this topic several times in the past, but it's a good one, and people keep asking me to talk more about it and bring it back, so here we are. Critical time listening. Hi, Rickroll. Good to see you. Always good to see all you guys. My friends, my family. All right. Your friends are the family that you choose, right? So one thing before I even get into it, I view books as mentors. So you can see I just talked about my book reviews that I do, how much I love to read, and the types of books I like to read. You can see my bookshelf back there. Definitely realize that you can have unconventional mentorship. It doesn't have to be someone directly talking to you and giving you advice. You could be getting mentored. You know, some people get advice and ideas and inspiration from my channel, and I don't even know who they are. They never comment. They simply listen, and they get something, they take it away, and maybe they'll shoot me an email sometime in the future, and I might not even know. So realize that you could be mentoring other people and not even realize it just by simply living your life and doing your thing. And you can also get mentorship in unconventional ways like that as well, from maybe watching a documentary or watching YouTube channels or reading books, which is my personal favorite way. So you can learn from somebody who you may not have access to. For example, Andrew Carnegie. He's dead. He was the wealthiest man in the world for the 1800s, and he is no longer with us. So I can't be mentored by him because he's dead. But I can read his autobiography where he talks about his life, his interests, and how to manage money and kind of his story. And I feel like I'm connected to him. I feel like I know him. I feel like I'm learning from him even though he's dead. So that's another great way. You can write things down that you want to pass on to your children or other people, writing books, making videos, putting them out there on the internet, doing TED Talks, public speaking, volunteering in local organizations where you can speak about messages that are important to you. There are so many cool ways to mentor people rather than the conventional way I think most of us think of it as, like a mentorship, like in a mentor and apprentice kind of relationship where it's one person and, you know, one teacher, mentor, one student or mentee, and that's the relationship, and you have, you know, you check in with them and you give them advice and you pour into them and they ask questions and they learn from you and they maybe help you out or whatever it is. If you want to get mentored by a higher level person, it's good to offer something in exchange. Time is your most valuable resource. So if you actually want someone to take their time, money is pretty much unlimited. Time is not. So if you want someone to spend time with you and pouring into you and giving you attention and time and resources from their mind, there has to be something in it for them. There's going to be people that do it completely voluntarily because the reality is I'm saying we as if I'm a higher level than you. I don't know. I may not be, but whoever these people are, they're not often approached by people to be mentored by. So I pretty much have never directly I've had people thank me for mentoring them, but I've not really had someone work on establishing a relationship where I help them. I'm one of the most successful live streamers in the world on Periscope, and very rarely does anyone actually ask me to check in on their content or give them advice or ask me questions about developing their channel or buy my book. So if someone was to actually come to me and say, hey, like, can I pick your brain? Can I be mentored by you? I will pretty much do it, even for nothing in exchange, simply because I do want other people to benefit and be successful. Because when you're successful, when you have this abundance mentality, prosperity mentality, you realize that what's good for other people is good for you, and you don't want to just like go up in your life and leave everyone behind. Have you had that experience with your friends or your family? You elevate yourself and they don't want to come with you. They want to stay where they're at. And it can be, what do they say? It's very lonely at the top. And that's true. Sometimes it's challenging when you're on this path of self-development and productivity and doing bigger things and dreaming big and achieving big and working hard, and then, you know, you have these friends that you've had for a long time and they're not all about that. Sometimes I've noticed in my experience, they don't want to hear about my successes. They don't want to share in my success with me because it makes them actually feel bad about themselves. They feel like I'm bragging or you know, they just don't want to talk about that stuff. They don't want to focus on that stuff. They don't want to do better. They want to do what they're doing. Even what they're doing now, they don't even want to do that. They want to do less. I have a close friend who I really, really love. She's one of my closest friends and has been for a long time. But will routinely tell me that, you know, at work she's like trying to get by with doing as little work as possible. She's trying to sneak phone calls or watch videos or listen to music or whatever, and try to basically get out of working, you know. And it's just a whole different mentality than I've ever had with my work career. And I've noticed that we have to monitor the amount of time we spend with people. So the rough advice here is you want to spend about a third of your time with people who are above you. The chances are you're not going to have one person who's above you in all areas. So some people are going to be they're going to be further along in their health journey. So maybe with weight loss, eating healthy, exercises. I see Brittany's Quest in the chat here. She actually is like my mentor and my guru and inspiration for eating healthy and working out and exercising. She's like, follow her, you guys, Brittany's Quest on Periscope. She's about to become a personal trainer, and she's also a nutritionist. I'm missing comments, sorry. Trying to not work is exhausting. That's how I feel. I would much rather stay busy and get the time to go by more quickly and get my things done than to like, oh my God, I would just feel like I would be so bored. And I would feel anxious about like trying to sneak things and do things on the DL and not get caught, and it's just not really my MO. Oh, hey, Lori. Oh, thanks for popping in. Good to see you. I'm still trying to figure out how you're in Thailand 2 hours ago, now back in your room. I appreciate that you're comparing me to Steph Taylor very much. I love her. I would say she's kind of like a YouTube mentor. If I were to really focus on my YouTube channel, that's where she would mentor me, but I'm not Steph. We have Taylor in our name. My first name is Taylor. Her last name is Taylor. And we're two different people. And I'm not in Thailand. Oh, did you say pornography? What the hell, Lou? What the hell? Pornography. They're not pornography reviews. Anyway, that threw me off. I have no idea. Oh, okay, so a third of your time with people who are ahead of you. Maybe it's on their wealth journey. Maybe they own multiple businesses. Maybe they're a millionaire. Maybe they're a manager at where you work. You know, they're ahead of you in some type of journey that you're on. Or maybe they're ahead of you in your relationship goals. So maybe you are single and you don't want to be single. Maybe you want to be married and you want to have kids, and you're having trouble getting anyone to even go on a date with you. And you have a friend who has pretty much no problem meeting people. People seem to like them. They're popular. They're well socially adjusted. They have a family. They have children. They seem to have a happy marriage. You can get advice from people from all different areas, whether or not no one's going to be like perfect, right? So everyone's going to have their things, and you're not going to want to do everything the same way other people do them, but this is how we learn. We learn from the people who are already doing things. Why reinvent the wheel? Why sit there and try to build from scratch and figure out your way to something when there's people that are already doing it at a high level and you can just learn from them? It's the concept of standing on the shoulders of giants. This person's already doing something amazing. If you got onto their shoulders, you would be even better than them because you're building off of your base level is their max. You know, especially older people. I think it's really important to be mentored by people who are in their senior years because they're not going to do a whole lot more, and they're ready to kind of share that knowledge and leave that knowledge with someone who's going to continue their legacy and continue doing, or even just to do their own really awesome things. So these are some ideas. Also, you want to spend about a third of your time, hi Jason, with people who are about at your level, people who are performing about the same as you. You can share ideas. These are maybe colleagues, people who, you can kind of compare notes on relationships, on your wealth, your finances, your investments. You feel like you're at the same roughly level as them. And then people who are below your level or a little bit earlier on their journey. Hopefully they're also younger than you, but they may not be. There's people at all different walks of life, and they've had all different sorts of struggles, and they may, you know what I mean? They may actually be older than you and behind you in terms of whatever, if you guys have a common goal. So you spend some of your time mentoring other people as well, or even just spending time with people who might not even want to be mentored, but you don't want to spend the majority of your time there. And so here's the thing, if you spend all your time around people who are at the same level as you, it's going to be harder to level up because you guys are kind of already thinking the same. You kind of know what's going on in that realm. So it's going to be harder to figure your way up out of there and have some genius creative idea that catapults you up out of there. You know, the Steve Jobs, the Elon Musk, the Jeff Bezos, Warren Buffett. These people are extremely rare, which is why we know who they are. It's not very common for someone to just catapult to success without learning from people who have already done it and be way ahead of them. And I bet a lot of those guys learned from people who were ahead of them as well. I just haven't studied them enough. Really, Doug? I agree with that. Lou, I love you. Thank you for saying that. You're in your senior years? Okay, Doug, well, what do you want to share with us? What do you want to teach us? I appreciate you for saying that I look like Steph Taylor. People say that to me sometimes, and I'm like, you can hang out in all my broadcasts and say that. Thank you. I'm here for the ASMR. Am I late? You are late, but I don't hide my replays, so feel free to watch the replay. And if you spend all your time around people who are behind you, and I think behind is better than below. It's not like they're below you, right? It's just that they're earlier on in their journey towards success than you are. If you spend all your time with people like that, which in my experience are usually like the people we went to high school with, they're people who kind of like, you know, they're just happy doing their thing. Like they've been a waitress or bartender since they graduated, and they still are now, and they're happy with that, and that's fine, right? But that's not like really a great path towards long-term financial success, not the kind of financial success that I want to have. So I want to spend some time with people like that. But if I spend all my time with people like that, it's the potency proximity principle. We talked about this before. I have a lot of books I would suggest. What kind of book are you looking to read about? Like, what kind of topic are you interested in right now? Hi, Sarah. So the potency proximity principle means that the closer that you are to something, the more powerful its impact is going to be on you. And the more potent it is, potent meaning powerful, the more powerful something is, the closer you get to it, the more of an impact it's going to have on you. So it goes both ways. So if you spend all your time around people who are in a certain mode, whether they be the people behind you or the people ahead of you, chances are you're going to move towards that direction. But if you spend the majority of your time around people who are ahead of you, you could get a bit discouraged. You might feel like, I'm so far behind, I'm never going to get there, it's so hard, no one understands me and my problems and my situation. So it's really good to have a little bit of everything. You can feel good when you help to teach other people and bring them up when they want to. No unasked for advice. That's something I had to learn. You know, you might see people that are struggling and they're complaining about their struggles, and you're like, here is the answer. Like, let me just give you the solution to this. It might seem so obvious to you, but wait for them to ask for it, okay? Because they see what you're doing. You do your thing. They can see what you're doing. They can choose to do it. They can choose to ask you about it, but there's no reason for you to put it on them, because that'll actually distance you from people that you could potentially help. So a little bit of time with them, a little bit of time with people at your level, your peers, and a little bit of your time with people who would be like a mentor to you. People who it's going to feel like when you're talking to them, you're trying to take a sip out of a fire hydrant, where you're just like, whoa, this person is so well versed in this industry, in this thing that I'm trying to learn about, that I'm just trying to even understand half of the things that they're saying at most. And that's good. That means that it's going to sharpen you. What do they say? Iron sharpens iron. I think that's something from the Bible. So the more time you spend around somebody who's going to sharpen you, the sharper you're going to get. So try to keep roughly equal time with those three levels of people. I'm just making my way the only way I know how. And how is that, Doug? Permanent Record by Edward Snowden. Oh, that's the book you'd recommend? I've never read that before. Relating to successful attitude. What is the definition of success to you? I don't think that I can easily define success because it's always changing, but right now, financially, something I'm focused on is becoming financially free, financially independent, meaning that I have figured out a way to generate passive income streams so that I don't have to work for the rest of my life, that I can choose to work, and I will still choose to work, but I don't have to work. I want to be freed from the pressure of wondering how I'm going to make sure that I don't want money to separate me from my goals. Like right now, I want to get my degree, and I wish that I could just not have to worry about the money component of it and just max out as many credits as I can do and get my degrees, my associates, my bachelor's, my master's as fast as possible, become a licensed professional counselor, like do everything I want to do and not have to worry about how much it costs to get there, because I really do want to help people like that. I want to be a counselor. I want to be a therapist. I really want to help people in that level and in that capacity and potentially become a psychologist. Literally the only reason I won't become a psychologist is because of money. I'm capable of that level of education and schooling and getting that degree, but it's expensive and it's time consuming. And the more time I spend on that, the less time I can spend generating income. So that's tough. For me, that's been like the one thing my whole life that is a bit of a chip on my shoulder, where it's always been the one thing between me and what I want to do is the financial burden between that. So that's always been a big focus for me. So that would be success for me, is being financially independent, to be completely able to be secure and know that I'm going to have enough money every single month or year to do whatever I want to do, because I don't want to do unreasonably expensive things. Like this was a gift from my mom. These leggings I think probably were from my mom, or I bought them on sale. Like I don't have a taste for luxurious things. Everything, this was a hand-me-down chair, that's from Walmart, that keyboard was free, as well as the stand that it's on. The bookshelf is from Walmart. Most of those books were given to me. Like, you know what I mean? Like, it's not like I want to have fancy cars and diamond jewelry and all this fancy stuff. Like, I just want an education, you know? And it's like, God, money is taunting me from getting that. So that to me is something that would make me feel successful. A relationship success right now would be maintaining a positive, healthy, what's the word I'm looking for here? Synchronous, like I give, you give, we give to each other, reciprocal relationship with my boyfriend, with my stepchildren, more me giving to them. Obviously but I want them to feel good about their relationship with me and not dislike me, right? I want to be liked by my kids. And also with my boyfriend's ex, who is the mother of my stepchildren. Those are probably the most important relationships in my life, and I want to maintain good, healthy, synergistic relationships with all of those people, as well as my family and friends, but even more importantly, my immediate family, which are those people. Harmonious, I like that, Pascal. That's a great word for it. How are you earning passive income? Right now I have monthly sponsors of this channel, although I obviously still run this channel by putting time into it, but people who are monthly sponsors, I don't have to sell people on supporting me every single month. They simply sign up one month and then it just automatically comes in. So that's technically passive. I also have some investments. Like I bought Twitter for about half of what it costs now at the end of 2017. So that's generated me some income in a passive manner. I bought it and I've set it and forget it. I recently just started investing into my Roth IRA account, which so far hasn't returned me any money because I just invested in it like last month. And this is a long-term, that's obviously a retirement goal, but that is something that will hopefully have me protected for the future then. And then I sell ebooks online, but I haven't really sold many of those in a while, so I don't really make passive income from that right now, but I'm still trying to figure that out. So that's a goal for me. And then for health success, I would like to have a body. I'd like to be able to look down and see my female area without my stomach blocking the way, without having to tighten my abs. That's like my main thing right now for health, is the shape of my body. I've gained like over 20 pounds since in the last year and a half, less than a year and a half, really about a year, and I want to make sure that I have control over that. So I've been counting calories, I'm doing my Fitbit, I'm going to the gym at least 3 times a week, and trying to maintain my body and potentially even lose. I don't care so much about losing weight as much as I care about keeping my body in a certain shape. So those are my goals in those 3 areas right now. Those are the 3 we focus on in this channel: health, wealth, relationships. But I'd love to hear your guys' too. What are some of your goals? You haven't seen yours in years. I know I tried to come up with a way to say, I'm like, I want to be able to see my area. Hey, Matthew, what's the national day today? All successful people ask for help. Perhaps. Next choose bourbon is I don't sell bourbon. Okay, so let's talk about mentoring from the prepared information I have down here. A mentor recognizes an individual who has less experience, cultivates her potential and talents, and helps her succeed. Leaders are mentors. Remember, this is all, it was National Pasta Day. I totally ate pasta, don't tell Brittany. But I didn't go over my calories for the day. I put out more calories than I took in, although apparently Fitbit's not very good at calculating calories, so we'll see. It probably thinks I'm taking steps right now every time I move my arm. So remember, all these series that we're talking about, this is really in terms of leaders, but with mentorship, it's a little different because you are mentoring someone. If you're a parent, you're mentoring that person. Anyone who knows you, in a way, you're teaching them something. Like Abraham Lincoln said, you can learn something from everyone, and sometimes it's what not to do. So try not to be that kind of a mentor, though, right? Hello, good Gerald. How are you, my friend? You can be a mentor by offering opportunities for skill development, pointing out areas needing improvement, providing helpful advice, being a role model, and encouraging the person to think for themselves. Yes, encouraging skepticism, encouraging independence. You know, you don't want them to be dependent upon you to be successful. You want to teach them to fish rather than just give them fish. Although you can give them some fish in the beginning too if you want. Lou, thank you for the super hearts. I almost said kiwis. Okay. Oh, yeah, I'm glad, Lori. Yeah, well, you can always catch the replay on your way to work or something. Yes, Wolf Puppy is back. Yes, good night, sweet dreams, Lori. Thanks for coming in. I'm glad that you like this topic. I obviously love to talk about it, too. So leaders need talented and experienced people to help with the challenges that they face. Effective leaders are mentors who recognize potential in less experienced individuals and aid them in the development of their skills and talents. Serving as a mentor is both a challenge and an opportunity for personal growth. In order to evaluate your ability to mentor, determine how often you can honestly make the following statements. So this is the self-evaluation portion of this series. So get a pen, get a paper if you want, or pull up your calculator on your phone. Make sure you have background audio turned on Periscope. It's my favorite feature probably on Periscope. I missed this when Wolf Puppy was going live on Instagram. I was like, ugh, every time I tried to leave the broadcast, I couldn't hear her anymore, and that was so annoying. Leaders can also be bad people. Yeah, but what's the use in talking about that? Michael is like, yours, I would like to be able to see my private area as well. It's hard to lose the gut. Halloween, Thanksgiving, Christmas coming up. Need to control my eating. Yes, it's good to establish good habits, healthy habits before the challenging times. It's just like meditation. So people they'll come to me, they'll message me when they're having like a panic attack or anxiety attack, and they'll say, you know, I'm so stressed out right now, like what can I do? And it's like, well, a great thing to do would be meditation, but like you're a little late for that. Like you should be meditating every single day so that you potentially are preventing things like that, but also so that you're in the habit of doing it and you're ready to do it when it's the most challenging to do it. Because if you are never meditating and then you have an anxiety attack, thank you for the hearts, Lou, and then you try to meditate, it's going to be very challenging because you're out of practice, right? It's like if you have a heart attack and your doctor says, you know, well, you're not looking so good, like you need to get your life in shape, you need to get yourself in shape, get your body in shape and be more healthy. Well, it's harder to do that, right? You're way out of practice and you're probably way out of shape. So it's better to kind of like get into these habits ASAP. Some of the most popular bad guys have been leaders. Like who's an example of that? What do you mean, like in the mob and stuff? Popular is an interesting word for it. Like well-known, like infamous. I don't know if I would call that popular, but perhaps. What does popular really mean? What, that a lot of people know them? I guess that could be popular. They could be popular, I mean. Okay, get your pen. So this is how you're going to rate yourself. 1 for never, 2 for sometimes, and 3 for always. If you can never make this statement and it's never true, give yourself a 1. If you can sometimes say this is true about yourself, give yourself a 2. And if you always, always, always do this, and this is 100% of the time true for you, give yourself a 3. I'm going to ask you 6 questions. I'm going to make 6 statements, and you say 1 for never, 2 for sometimes, and 3 for always. And keep track of your total. Hey, T-Cats, and you'll see what your total is at the end. First is, I observe people to identify their potential. I observe people to identify their potential. 1, 2, or 3. And feel free to type your answers in the chat if you like. But make sure that you keep track of your total here. Next is, I am a good listener. I am a good listener. Next, when people come to me with problems, I encourage them with possible solutions. When people come to me with problems, I encourage them with possible solutions. This is tricky. I always feel, so this whole program that we've been going through, sometimes I agree with it, sometimes I don't. That was something I've always tried to do, but I found that causes stress in relationships, especially in romantic relationships with men and women, and maybe women and women and men as well. I don't have experience in those types of relationships. I'm killing this so far. Only when I want to listen. Okay, so maybe yours would be sometimes, and number 2 for that. People don't always come to you with their problems because they want you to solve them. Sometimes they're looking for somebody to tell them that they're justified in the way that they're feeling. So sometimes they'll say, oh, like, my boss said this to me today, or, I'm having this problem. And they just want you to be like, wow, that really sucks. I'm really sorry that you're going through that. That must be really hard. Let me know if there's any way that I can help. Let me know if you want to brainstorm ideas for solutions or anything like that. Let them decide if they want that from you, because they might be like, because for me personally, when I have a problem, I want a solution. Like when I'm talking to someone about it, I want them to tell me what the solution is. Like, help me. What is the answer? I'm not thinking of it. Help me think of it. I like to collaborate like that. I'm a bit extroverted when it comes to problems. Some people aren't. Some people just want to vent, and they just want you to say that their boss sucks and is rude and that their boyfriend is unreasonable or whatever it might be. And they don't always want you to solve all the problems, because they don't want, sometimes it can make people feel like, okay, they're having this problem, they're frustrated, and that they weren't able to solve the problem. And for you, you're just like, well, why don't you try this? And it's almost like you're undermining the problem, and you're just kind of saying, well, why don't you just do this? Like, it's not that big of a deal. And they might feel like, well, it is a big deal to me. I'm having a lot of feelings about this, and you're making me feel like I'm not justified in my own feelings, and I have the right to feel the way I want to feel, So you have to read that situation. It's not, you don't always want to offer solutions to problems when people bring them to you, in my opinion. Even if you have in your head, oh, this is such an easy, I have many friends where I hear them complain about things, and I just want to be like, it's so obvious the answer, and I just want to give it to you, but if you don't want it, I'm not going to force it on you, and I don't want to come off like a know-it-all, like, oh, well, I can do everything, I can solve all your problems for you. I have friends who, they're less likely to do that obvious thing that's a great solution to the problem if I suggest it, because they don't want to do what I say. They would rather come up with their own way, their own thing. It's got to be separate from me. They're simply against it because it's associated with me, because they don't want to feel like they're just doing whatever I say or following me. And I think that's a failure on their part, because it's not about doing what I say or following me or doing everything the exact same way that I do. If it works for me, then why not do it? And then most of the things that I do, I didn't come up with, right? I see other people doing it, I do it. Other people tell me to try it, I try it. It works, I do it. I don't care if someone else did it first or said it first or whatever. Like, that, is there even a freaking original idea under the sun? Like, haven't we all said and done most things already? I mean, why not just do the things that work and then add your own spin to it, your own spice of life, Often men try to solve rather than just listen and understand. I tend to do that. Yeah, dog, I've heard a lot of women complain about that before. Thank you, Mark. That's really, really kind of you to say. I appreciate you. Thank you so much. And if you guys are commenting and I'm not reading your comments, it's simply because you're ghosting. So if you're on Periscope, if you click the number of people in the broadcast and you can't see anything, that means you're ghosting. You have to leave the broadcast and come back in. So just follow me before you do that so you don't lose the broadcast. But that's just a little trick to see if you're ghosting. If you're commenting and I'm not responding, I'm not ignoring you. it's a little glitch that's going on right now with Periscope. I now ask if they want my opinion or just to listen. Yes, that's what I do too. So I guess maybe I'm a bit masculine in that way. I was raised by a single mom, so she had to be mom and dad. So she was, I guess, androgynous in a way. You know, she did everything. So that's how I am. I feel like I feel like I have to do everything too, and I'm a bit androgynous in that way as well. I think I have some typically masculine categorized traits, and I have to ask people. And I just did this with my friend on Twitter the other day. She was telling me about her business and how she's doing this. Oh, well, if you'd like to I'm starting up this business. It's like a direct sales business, right? It's not her business, but she's starting to become a salesperson for this business. Oh, if you'd like to buy anything, all the proceeds are going to charity, something. And I said, what? All the proceeds are going to charity? Why? Well, you know, to help me grow and build when I'm just first starting out. And I said, it was so hard for me not to just say what I thought. I said, do you want to know what I think? Or do you want to know what my advice is or my opinion on that? I don't think I said advice. I think I said, do you want to know my opinion on that? Or do you want to know what I think about that? And she said, yeah. And I said, you don't need to give all of your money to charity to run and start a successful business. It's actually a very bad way to do it. I didn't say it's a very bad way to do it, but that is my true deep belief about that. How the heck are you going to start a business if you can't even make $1 in the beginning? Like, and I don't think I said you don't have to. I just said it's not necessary. Like, you can build a business without doing that. You don't have to give all your money to charity. It's not going to help anybody. First of all, if I want to give my money to charity, why am I going to buy your product? Why wouldn't I just give my money to the charity? Like, and it's only the profits that go to the charity, right? So it's like I'm just paying like the cost of a product. So I'm getting something for nothing, and then I'm contributing a small portion to charity, when really I just want to support you. Like, really, if I want to buy this product from you, it's because I'm trying to support you and help you to have a successful business and pay your bills and be successful with this. I give to charity separately from this, you know? Oh, sorry, Mark. Yeah, you might have been ghosting. If it works, why add a spin to it? Well, you can. You don't have to, right? Like for me, like the Roth IRA, I'm just investing in the Vanguard Total Market Index Fund with a Roth IRA, just like probably thousands, hundreds of thousands of other people do. I'm not adding a spin to that. There's no spin, okay? I don't want to mess with something that's proven to work. Two of my friends who are active investors, they both invest in that fund, and they swear by it, and I'm not adding a spin to that. So you're right, Matthew. You don't always have to spin things. Sometimes it's better to let people fail so they can learn from their mistakes. Absolutely. It's so hard, is it not? Like, Dog probably feels this way. Yes, being able to read people is huge. Emotional intelligence is huge. It's something I always need to work on too. Because I always assume people want to be successful, and I've been learning over the last year, a little bit less than a year, that not everybody wants to be successful, or they have a different opinion of success than I do. So when I see people and I'm like, how are they doing all these things? Like, where are they getting their money from? Like, are they going into massive debt over this? It's not my place to put that on them or to ask them about that. They know that I don't do that. They know what I'm about. People know what I'm about. If they know me, they know what I'm about, and they can come to me if they have questions about it. Like Brittany's Quest. I think she left, but I was saying I learn a lot about eating healthy and exercise from her, and she comes to me with a lot of questions about live streaming and running a business. She mentioned to me YouTube last night. She said we should be building our YouTube. Hopefully she's okay with me sharing this. I'm sorry, I should have checked with her first. Hey, our club. She said, we should be growing our YouTube, don't you think? And I said, well, actually, no, not me, maybe you. And I told her why. I sent her like a 4.5 to 5 minute long audio message explaining how I tried doing YouTube before. I mean, I'm live on YouTube right now, okay? So I'm not like, I haven't cut YouTube out completely, but I don't put any individual extra time into YouTube, because when I did that, at one point I almost ran my business into the ground. And I'm a live streamer. YouTube is not built for live streamers. YouTube is built for short, edited content. I go on YouTube when I want to know how to do something, or if I want to, even if I'm watching like a vlog, something funny, it's edited, right? It's got to be edited, at the very least scripted. I'm a live streamer. I have Twitch as well, but I don't I don't do scripts, right? I could, and I could say a few things in like 5 to 10 minutes, but I really think the beauty of live streaming and the future of communication and entertainment, and I'll read your comment, dog, in a second, is live streaming because of the engagement, because I'm reading the comments and I'm feeding off of that, and I'm talking to people about what they want to talk about right here in the moment. People on the replay might not have all these same questions. They might not want to sit through all this conversation, but the people here are getting good value from it, especially the people who are actually commenting. So that's what I'm good at, I think, is getting a question or a comment, applying my random wealth of knowledge to it, and then we collaborate and we grow and we talk and we learn from each other. It's not really YouTube quality, right? I mean, we've been live for 41 minutes, and I'll probably be live for another good like hour talking about this topic. It's really not built for YouTube. Now, Brittany is a nutritionist and a fitness trainer. She could do little exercises. I'm a yoga teacher. I could do yoga videos, but I've looked at the competition on YouTube for yoga videos. I simply won't compete with them. It would be a waste of my energy to try to film yoga videos in this space. It's not a studio. I don't have professional I don't want to is a big part of this. I don't want to take hours of yoga footage to get the perfect shots from multiple angles by myself, because otherwise if I have to pay someone else, that really cuts into, creates a lot more overhead, and then do voiceovers for the entire video, edit all the pieces, and then upload it and hope that it can compete with these people who spend their full-time lives on their YouTube yoga YouTube channels. It's simply not conducive to me to do that and try to compete with someone who already has millions of subscribers. I'd rather do something that other people aren't really doing. It's much easier to be successful. There's a book about this called it's about blue sky markets, and it's called Why Sell Tacos in Africa? And the answer is because nobody sells tacos in Africa. I mean, right now they probably do, but that book was written because somebody was like, oh, well, I could just do something that no one else is doing because you have no competition. It's so much easier to be a big fish in a small pond than it is to be a small fish in a big pond. It's much harder to be successful as a small fish in a big pond. You don't need to be like everyone else. No, that's true, but you won't be successful. There's a reason that they do it the way that they do it. If you had to choose between their yoga videos and mine, you're going to choose theirs every single time, simply because mine just aren't for that purpose. If you want to come in live and ask a question about yoga and say, this part of my body is hurting me or bothering me, can you show me something that I can do for this? I can show you live, and we can have a personal connection, and we can actually have like a friendship grow and connect that way. But you could also go on YouTube and search yoga for SI joint pain or whatever, like what was it for Wolf Puppy one time? It was her TI or IT band was bothering her, and I did a broadcast for her, but she probably could have just Googled like yoga for IT band online and found it as well. So it really depends on what you're looking for. I think a lot of the people that vibe with my broadcasts and my content are people who want to collaborate and combine mental ability and mental power and say, oh yeah, this is what we think about this. How can we solve the world's problems? Like what's going on, and how can we actually do better with this? And it kind of like flows naturally from our discussion. If you guys never commented, I mean, my broadcast would be a lot shorter and a lot less interesting, and a lot of it would just be me reading a book or something and like learning new things and sharing with you things that I learned. But the conversation is like the key difference that I think kind of spoils it for replay viewers. But that's okay, because that's not my strength. A moment of inertia. Hi, Richard. Everybody's on a different path. What works for you may not work for others. That's another hard part for mentorship. Thank you for saying that, Matthew. Because what works for me as a live streamer did not, I can prove it did not work for 15, 20, 25 people that I brought on this channel and trained to do things the way that I did them. They didn't do things the way that I did them. Do you want to know why? Because they aren't me. It's not just because I say, welcome to a moment in time with Taylor. Thanks for tuning in. Please click the link in my profile, nextjuice.com/support. Help me to keep this channel going, and then do whatever. There's something that I'm doing that I haven't been able to bottle up and teach just yet. There's certain things that'll help you, like I have an ebook about how to make money on Periscope. It'll teach you how to set up a website, how to become a super broadcaster, how to get into the VIP program, how to broadcast live from OBS. It'll teach you like the basics and the fundamentals to build a business for live streaming on Periscope. But your content and your personality and your ability to remember people's names and connect with people is very important to your actual success. And that's, some of these things aren't really things that you can necessarily teach. I mean, I guess I can focus more on like teaching people, because I'm wondering, like, I'd like to build like an online program that teaches people how to be successful live streamers, because that's the thing that I'm doing quite well. But I've noticed like there's so much more nuance to it than I may realize, and to try to put that into like an instruction manual is very challenging. Yes, I don't love your username, so I'm not really sure what to call you, but I'll call you N. These are the people who have contributed to this channel over the last 30 days and are making this broadcast right now and our ability to talk live possible. Interaction, yes. I feel that way at work when people buy large amounts, sometimes think, must be nice to have money. I imagine that it is nice to have money. I've had money in the past a little bit, more than I have now, and it was nice. You can't push your personal goals onto them. That will kill the conversation and trust. Well, yeah, because people don't... One of the biggest challenges with communication is feeling understood. That's why one of the 7 habits of highly effective people from Stephen Covey's book is seek first to understand, then to be understood. It's not so important to get your message across and be understood. What's more important is to understand what the other person is saying to you. Figure out where they're coming from. Why are they saying that? You know who I think does a great job at this? Sonam, Top Shelf Pineapple. I highly recommend that you follow her. She is my mentor for things like this. Her emotional intelligence and her ability to empathize with people on a much deeper level than I can. Because I'm more like some of the people in here that are like, why don't you just do the things that like need to be done, and why do you say that, and why do you feel like that, and how can you perceive things in the way that you perceive them? And she'll like, I'll talk to her sometimes and she'll be like, well, they're obviously like hurting, like there's obviously something there, like, or they just want attention, like they just want to be seen, like they just want your energy to be focused on them. They just want to like get you riled up or something, where it's not all about reason, because she doesn't operate from a world of like logic and reason and black and white objective like my brain does. So she's more of an emotional person, and she feels more and she senses more, so she can identify more with that realm of people's lives. Because I have emotions, right? I'm not a sociopath, but at the same time, like, and I have empathy, but it's much easier for me to understand people who think the same way that I do, just like it probably is for her and for everybody else. So that really is helpful when you can think about, okay, there's probably a reason that's not necessarily like a reasonable reason that people do and say and feel the things that they do, and that's okay. And how can you understand that so that you can then be understood to that person, and you can actually build a bridge and connect with that person. You can't compete because you don't want it. If you wanted to, it's a different story. Yeah, exactly. I don't want to do that. I don't want to sit. Do you know how much time and energy and money goes into Steph Taylor Live's 10-minute YouTube videos? You would be blown away how much of an investment that is in time, energy, research, and money, actually traveling and taking the footage and the gear that it takes and the amount of time it takes her to do the voiceovers and lay the music in and edit the videos and go through all the footage. I don't want to do that. I simply do not want to do that. It is not catering to my strengths. Those aren't the things that I'm built to do. Those aren't the things that I'm good at. You know what I'm really good at? Reading. You know what live streaming takes into consideration? Reading comments. You know what I'm really good at? Talking a lot. You know where that comes in really handy? Live streaming. So I just do live streaming because I'm built for it. I'm going to choose you because I'm a fan. You're going to choose me? Wait, what do you mean? Thank you, Matthew. If you feel fulfilled, that is success in itself. Okay, I like that. Love her or hate her, she's speaking facts. I appreciate that. Hi, Donna. I'm going to stop playing football because there's too much competition. Well, there is a lot to be said for that. So if it doesn't play to your strengths. Like if you've always been like the worst person on your team and you have to work so hard to be like average at football, like you're spending every morning, like you get up first thing in the morning, you have your protein shake and you work out and you run miles and you spend like the entire day doing football strategy and practicing and running on the field and practice, and you do every single thing that every major professional football player has ever recommended to do, and you do everything that your coach says to do and all the good players on your team, and you do every single thing that you can, and you're there until 11 o'clock at night when they shut the lights off on the field 7 days a week, and you are just like grinding out for a year or more, and you are average at football after that. Football's not your thing. I'm sorry. If you love it, play it. I don't care. Do what you want to do. But realize, like, you are probably going to be really great at something else. There's probably something else out there that if you put that much energy and time into, you would be amazing at it. And you wouldn't have to work that hard just to be average. If you have to work that hard to be average, pick something else that actually plays towards your strengths and try to figure out why is that? What is keeping you from being in the top tier of that with all that work and energy put in? Because most people don't. Like most people just aren't putting in the time and energy, so they're average because that's the way that it works. But if you're putting tons of time and energy and work into something and you're like not getting above just an average, like say school, and you just like no matter how hard you work you get a C, like school's not really your thing. If you need a degree for the job that you want to do, then just take your C. Just it's fine. That's passing. You're good. Go do what you needed that to do. Like, you know, there's means to an end, and then go be like an amazing lawyer or whatever it is that you may be. I don't know if you're gonna be a great lawyer if you're not good at school, because reading, writing is pretty important. But anyway, why are you telling me to roll up my sleeves? That's weird. TG Word Ministry, hi, good to see you. Word Ministry, I like that. Very important to not dominate the interaction, even if they approach you. Yeah, that's hard. A good way to do that, and I don't know, this is something I struggle with for sure. But a good way to try to keep from being in a dominant a dominant position in an conversation, especially with someone who's more submissive or introverted. And if you're a little bit more of a powerful personality, is to ask questions. Ask a lot of questions. And you'll find this in the top performers in the different industries. They ask a lot of questions. You'll go there, you want to learn things, and they're asking you all these questions about yourself and what you like, and you're sitting there and you're telling them everything about yourself. Whoa, look at those super hearts. Mimoda, thank you for the super hearts. Thank you. That was huge. Thank you so much for that. A couple messages behind, so I'm going to spit this out and then I'll catch up to the comments. Thank you so much. So if you find yourself in that position, try to make sure you're asking questions, because when you already know what you know, and this is something I can learn from a lot too. I already know what I know, so I'm sitting here and I'm telling you guys everything I know, and you're learning everything, and I'm not learning a whole lot because I'm just saying the things that I know. If I was asking questions and learning from you, I'd be gaining knowledge, and I would actually be benefiting from the interaction more than if I just sat there and told you a bunch of things. So the person who's giving all the information is in a way they're not benefiting from the conversation as much as the person who's giving all of the information. So just keep that in mind. Ask a lot of questions. I'm pretty good at doing nothing. Did I win? Win what? If I had it all to do it over again, I'd be a welder. Oh, that's interesting. Why is that? If there are 30 others going live, I'm more likely to watch you because I'm a fan. Oh, I appreciate that, Matthew. Thank you. Yeah, I feel like it just depends on the type of person. Hi, Dan. Who they want to watch, you know, and the energy, the vibe that you're in. Not everybody always wants to learn. Like sometimes I do broadcasts like this on like a Friday night at 2 a.m. because I'm a geek, right? And I like to talk about this stuff no matter what time of day it is, especially in the middle of the night. It's 1 o'clock in the morning right now. I could talk about this all night. I love this kind of stuff. Not everybody does. If you do, you're going to be right here with me talking about it because you don't want to just like watch somebody smoke a bong for several hours. But if you're smoking a bong and just chilling and trying to have a party, like you might. I mean, just last night I went into my friend featuring Stephanie's broadcast. She was just drunk dancing around, and I was doing my homework for so long. I just wanted a break, and I saw she was live, and I saw she was partying, and I'm like, I'm going in there because I want to take a break from studying. I just want to party. I wasn't really partying, but I was vicariously partying through her. I'm just gonna go chill in there for a little bit and take a little break, you know? So it kind of depends on the energy that you're into. but different if recreational or trying to make a career choice. Well, same though, right? Like, so if you're trying to be a professional football player and you work your butt off and become average, it's going to be hard to make that your career. Thank you, Louie. I'm kind of getting enthusiastic, aren't I? Oh God, the guy who asked me to roll up my sleeves just won. Bass player or welding? Good money and fun. Good. Oh, is it good money? Bass player? Interesting. Hi, UO2. Is that Momoda? Thank you for the super hearts. And Will, thank you for the super hearts too. I suck at lots of things, wish I was better at, but same time I like doing them. Right, the record. Oh, that's what you mean. Yeah, that's what I mean. Like, if you like it, just do it. Who cares if you suck at it? Like, perfect example for me, singing. If you've been around, you've probably heard me sing, and I really, really suck at singing. I'm not good at singing, but I like doing it, so I don't care. I do it anyway, because it's fun. But I don't do it for money. Even though that's one of the dares on my list. If I get to 100,000 super hearts or $100 on the website today, I have to do a dare, and the dare might be I have to go busk. I literally have to go somewhere on like a street corner, put out a hat or something for money, and sing because and broadcast myself doing that because you guys think it's funny to embarrass me. Have you gotten health insurance yet? I know a young guy got wiped out with one medical situation. I don't have health insurance, Spartan, no. You don't know what you don't know. True. That's why I believe in Abe. Always be experimenting. I really struggled with crossing my arms while having a conversation. Appears closed off. Oh, yes. Yeah, I do this thing. It's hard for me not to make this face all the time. Like, when I started doing yoga and meditation and becoming aware of my body, that was the biggest area where I needed to relax. Like, I always look like this. People don't want you to look at them like that. When someone's talking to you, they don't want you to be like, oh, when they're talking. I appreciate that, Will. Big difference between someone in position of wanting to learn versus person forced to learn something. Oh, ain't that the truth? Was dancing on Periscope, yeah, and you didn't tell me. I'm sorry, Dan. I should have. And that's the best dare I've heard yet. You want to know who came up with that one? Sonam. Stop wrinkling your forehead. How about this one? I have those wrinkles too. Like, someone's talked to me. UO2, thank you for the super hearts. Bye. Thank you. How many super hearts did we get? We're at 21,000. If we get 4,000 more super hearts, we can shoot off the cash cannon or do the hula hoop or put a costume on. I have a hard time looking happy even though I am. Resting bitch face, right? Sorry for a little swearing, but I think I have that too. Especially after smiling a lot. Like, if I take a lot of pictures and I'm just like smiling, like Christmas or something, then it's like afterwards I'm just like looking miserable because I'm like, I'm my face, I want to relax. People kept asking me what I didn't know. Like what? Wait, is there still a cash cannon? It's right over there. Does it live? It lives. I can't really reach your hand. I can reach it, I'm just not reaching it. I don't know what I don't know. Yes, that's true. There's things that we know that we don't know. There's things that we know that we know. There's things that we don't know that we know. And there's things that we don't know that we don't know. I forget what quote that is, but there's a cash cannon. Thank you, Dan. This is a gift from Dan. Do you like my how I keep my finger off the trigger like it's a real gun? But what I do not treat it like a real gun is when I go, what's going on with this? Why isn't the money coming out? Okay, did we get to 25? Or I see 24,072 on my end. Anybody else? 1,000 more super hearts, and we can do the cash cannon, or it doesn't have a safety, I'm sorry, or hula hoop, or a costume. Last time we hit 25,000, we did a hula hoop. Yes, Dan off leak! Thank you so much for the super hearts. Okay, cash cannon, my friend, or something else? Hula hoop or costume. Every 25,000, you get to pick something new. Dan already knows the rules. Dude, it was leg day yesterday, and my legs are so sore. My butt hurts. If you don't know, then you won't know that you don't know. Well, there's things that you don't know that you know. Like random things that you don't realize that you remember. Like, I don't know, like someone will be like, oh, who's the president of Algeria? And you'll just be like, well, and spit it out, and you're like, why do I know that? Like, have you ever I have moments like that all the time, like, I don't know why I know that, but I know that, randomly. Do you even need to ask? Okay, I mean, I asked for courtesy, just to make sure that you weren't like, actually, I want you to put on the cop costume or something. I'm so excited for Halloween to wear that costume. I haven't been wearing it because I'm going to wear it on Halloween. but if we get to 25, or now if we get to 50,000, we can. I know that I am not trained to do brain surgery. Right, those are things that you know that you don't know. And some want to not know. Ignorance is bliss, right? Let's go back here. So, for those of you who have not seen this before, this is un cache canon. And I would ask you guys maybe to timestamp this because it's going to be the most fun that we have in this whole broadcast. People who ask that are weird and never should come here again. What about who's the president of Algeria? Does Algeria have a president? See, I don't even know that. I know that I don't know that. It was a random... I couldn't think of something that I didn't know that I knew because I know that I know it. You know, you can't, it's like, you can't think of the things that you don't know that you know because otherwise it doesn't meet the freaking requirement. Look at my shadow. Oh, I dumped it out. I got way too excited. I dumped it at the top. I was like going like this and it just, okay, stand by for take 2. What the heck just happened? I heard a thud. I thought a piece fell off of it. Nope, it was all the cash. All the cash. Get back here, cash. That was terrible. Why is the first time I try to shoot off the cash cannon always a failure? Is Danny Bruno in here? I feel like he's definitely going to troll the fact that I'm actually wearing socks. He always trolls me for not wearing socks. Complete fail. Okay, I'm sorry. The redo. Thank you for the super hearts. UO2, Dan, Will, Lou, Mark, everyone else. I got excited. I know. Exactly, Frankie. Frankie gets it. Frankie knows. Premature cash cannonation. Hold the top. I can't hold the top. It makes it stop. That was all of it? Damn it. I didn't even get to spin. I'm out of practice with the cash cannon. Thank you for the super hearts, guys. Now there's cash all over the floor. That's fun. Is Algeria's acting president? Wait, what? I needed some to share with. Abdicator Ben Salah. Yeah, never heard. Unfollow. Hey! I thought they only had wealthy princes that needed $5,000 wired to them. Come here again. Wait, what? Come here again. I'm here. Tay forgot. Forget a business. Just become a prophet and people will give you millions. What? I don't want to do that. I can't tell the future. Definitely needs more practice. That was Cash Cannon. My day is now complete. Yeah, you've never seen Cash Cannon, right, Frankie? Yes. Bonjour. Okay. All right. Back to mentoring. Back to the mentoring subject. All right. I'm hungry. Okay. I'm hungry for knowledge. Why is my hair... There. That's a little bit better. Okay. Guys, we didn't finish the test. We could start over. Test. 1 for never, 2 for sometimes, 3 for always. Keep track of your totals. I'm going to go over the first ones quickly because we already did them. I observe people to identify their potential. 1 if you never, 2 if you sometimes, 3 if you always. Yes. I don't know if it's that fulfilling because it's frustrating when you have to let people fail because they just want to fail. Okay, or they don't want, or whatever. I am a good listener. 1, 2, or 3. Because it's like sometimes you're like, okay, you're saying that you want to be successful, but you're not doing the things you need to do to be successful, and you're doing what you're doing. Your actions are telling me that you want to not be successful. So it's almost like you want to fail, but nobody can. It's, oh my God, what is that called? Let me say the next one. When people come to me with problems, I encourage them with possible solutions. When people come to me with problems, I encourage them with possible solutions. Cognitive dissonance. Cognitive dissonance is where you think one thing, and then your behavior basically proves that that is not the reality, and you justify it somehow in your brain. So maybe somebody gives you good advice, and you say, well, that was bad advice. They don't know what they're talking about. So that you can get off the hook for doing something that really doesn't even make sense. It's like kind of like believing 2 conflicting ideas at the same time. Ayo. So it's like saying, oh, I want to be successful, but I don't want to do any of the things that would make me successful. That's cognitive dissonance. It's like, how can those 2 things exist in the same brain? Human psychology, so interesting. All right, next one. I allocate the time necessary to help others develop their skills. Because it's time consuming to teach people to do things. I allocate the time necessary to help others develop their skills. 1 for never, 2 for sometimes, 3 for always. Derek, did you watch Survivor? Did you watch Survivor? Spoiler alert, you guys, we might be talking about Survivor in like 5 seconds. If you don't want to know what happened, then just run away fast. And number 5, I like to help others grow and advance in their careers. I like to help others grow and advance in their careers. Thank you, Dan. Where's Asif? I want to make fun of him. Asif got voted off the island. Oh yeah, Dan, you didn't know that yet, did you? Asif got voted off last night. Yeah, all of this. Well, now, see, there's something you didn't think you were going to learn a whole lot from this, but you just learned about Survivor. How are you, Andy, by the way? Oh, that's Andy on, what's your username? Grizzy on Periscope, right? Let's challenge Asif. Challenge him with what? Roses? That's a good challenge. Still in the running. Yes, you're still in the running. Dan's still in the running. Derek's still in the running. I'm still in the running. Derek, though, not looking too good. You are not very popular with your tribe, but the merge is happening, so that might help. Not the merge, but whatever, it's splitting up into different tribes. And finally, I am tactful and sensitive to the needs of others. I am tactful and sensitive to the needs of others. I've been getting better at this, but I've been noticing somewhere I struggle with this is with people on Periscope. Sometimes I just assume someone is trolling, or I just am not very sensitive or tactful to the needs of trolls. And I think that I could do better with that, actually. I watch other broadcasters and I say, oh, okay. Even if whoa. Oh, you'd still want Nora. I don't care if I win. My character is great TV. Yeah, she is intense. The way she eats a watermelon is like, what the hell is that? She's like, they're like talking to her. She's like, yeah. That's her. Uh-huh. Yeah. You're like, whoa. That is the most extra person I've ever seen. You seem correct. Not some boring guy like Jamal. Listen, Jamal's playing it calm, cool, and collected. He's got his idol. He's a boss. And he beasted that puzzle. You can't even say anything about it. I never had a boss that was sensitive to me. Really? That sucks. I'm sorry. You should get a different job. Or work for yourself. Be sensitive to yourself. Okay. One more time real quick. I observe people to identify their potential. 1 for never, 2 for sometimes, 3 for always. For all of these, keep track of your total. I am a good listener. When people come to me with problems, I encourage them with possible solutions. I allocate the time necessary to help others develop their skills. I like to help others grow and advance in their careers. I am tactful and sensitive to the needs of others. Yeah, I know, Derek. 2 weeks in a row, someone with an immunity idol went home. That was crazy. Tiki! Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, dear Tiki. Happy birthday to you. And many more. I love you, Tiki, and thank you for giving me the opportunity to demonstrate what I said, which is that I suck at singing, but I love to do it because it's fun. We are all glad Tiki's in this world. I love you too, my daughter. Oh my god, we look exactly the same. Our resemblance is so striking. I love you. Happy birthday. How was your birthday? Is it still your birthday where you are? Add up your total. My total was 13, 14, 15, 16. Okay, so if you scored 17 or 18 points, you have excellent mentoring skills. If you scored 12 to 16 points, your skills are good, but they may need some attention. And if you scored 11 points or fewer, it is time to make some improvements. Mentoring has several benefits. So first we're going to talk about the importance of mentoring, and then we'll talk about how to improve our mentorship skills. Good enough to busk. You are a troll, Pasquale, and I love you. No, now I'm having Friday. Oh yeah, it's Friday here too, but happy belated birthday, my love. I usually don't see you until now, so this is the only time I can wish you happy birthday. Unless I knew yesterday, then I could have wished you happy birthday last night, but I didn't know. Wolf Puppy showed us all that it was your birthday. Hi, Nelson. I do work for myself, but when I had a boss, if he was sensitive, oh my god, you totally don't get it. You don't get it. You don't get it, dude. You are part of the problem, my friend. I love you so much, but that is like... So I shared this thing. You're going to get me on a rant. Why you guys just, you know that if you say anything, I'm going to go off on a 30-minute tangent about something unrelated to the topic. At least we got through the test. Okay. So I tweeted this thing out. Tiki, thank you for the super hearts on your birthday, no less. Thank you for the birthday super hearts. Thank you for the taka. Thank you for the taka hearts. Super taka. It sounds like tacos. Taka tacos. Ooh, tacos made of money. Taka is the currency in Bangladesh, if you guys don't know what the hell I'm talking about. But that is not the thing I was going to rant about. We're ranting about something else now. I'm turning into Nora right now. I'm like... Thank you for inviting your followers. Jamie, how are you? Good to see you. Okay, so I shared this thing out on Twitter. It's kind of sad. It's going to kind of change the energy right now. Eat money tacos. See, it's a money taco. Wait. See? Money taco. Okay, the tangent. No, it's not about being sensitive. Like, what do you mean? What do you perceive the term sensitive to be? To be sensitive to someone else's needs means, like, you work for this guy, right? You work for him. I don't care. You're a foreman on a building. You're so manly, so masculine. You pick things up, you put things down, and your dog dies. Your boss understands that your dog died and you're kind of feeling like crap, so he leaves you alone for the day. What's gay about that? What does any of this have to do? What does someone's masculinity or femininity have to do with their sexuality? The numbers change depending on the mentee's attitude. Oh, interesting. Okay. Our club, you're always very perceptive. That wasn't my tangent either. I bet eating American money would be just like snorting cocaine. Whoa, what did I miss? I was just responding to boxing there. So... Anyway, my night's going good. Nelson, how's your night going? The tangent is, and thank you for inviting 2 people, Dan. The tangent is, I shared this thing out on Twitter. There's a guy on, I think he's on Fox, and he's doing this segment, which is about men in America, and how men in America have, like, the highest suicide rates, they have the highest depression rates, they have the highest obesity rates. I don't know. I don't even know if any of this is true. It's like, this stuff like that. I don't know if I'm quoting the data correctly. But I did tweet it out. You can check it out. You can Google it too. Just Men in America, Fox, on Fox or something. Thanks for inviting your followers, Mark. And they're talking about how, like, there's so much focus right now on men the whole Me Too movement and men being kind of, like, demonized and, like, these horrible, perverted objectifiers and abusers. And they just, like, they get everything handed to them and they have all these advantages. And... how it seems like potentially, like, the narrative has maybe the pendulum has swung a bit too far from the reality, which is that men are really struggling right now, and there's a lot of health problems, and they're not living as long as women, and how there seems to be something breaking down here. Men aren't really, like, staying and raising their children as often as we would like to see that be happening, and, so therefore there's so many boys being raised by women and not necessarily, and even women being raised by women and not getting to see what a man who is a good father, a good role model, a successful person really looks like, because of they're probably, because of a lot of this, which is interesting that he said that too, because that is part of the problem, right? That we say that if a man is sensitive, therefore he admits that he has a problem with substance abuse. That was another thing. Alcoholism mostly affects men, and substance abuse in general. If they admit that if they're feeling depressed and go get therapy or get help for something, they feel weak. They feel emasculated. So it's a big problem that's not really getting a whole lot of airtime and a lot of focus, and we need to shut that crap down, because men have feelings too, and they're gonna have problems too, and they should definitely be in a safe space, in a safe environment to get the help that they need, and not to feel like because men much more often than women actually commit suicide, and that's a huge problem. The fact that they're taking their own lives, there's something that our society is kind of failing men in that regard. So that was my rant. It wasn't too long. Next, I don't know if I lost comments or if you guys are just like, whoa, she's on one right now. So I'm just going to read some stuff. Mentoring reduces turnover. Many people leave organizations because their careers are not developing as they had hoped. A mentor can be influential in helping such a person in their career and convincing them to stay. Thank you, Dan. Mentoring cultivates talent, which is, as we talked about, very important to have on your team. Often, an organization faces a shortage of qualified personnel. Mentors can be helpful in finding and training others to fill the void. Thank you, Mark. And look it up for yourself. When I tweeted it out, I put, is there relevance to these stats? What do you guys think? Nobody responded to it, so what can you do? Mentoring develops leaders. Leaders groom others to assume leadership positions. So if you're an entrepreneur, I heard some people were saying this in a previous broadcast, well, if I teach other people what I know, if I give them the knowledge that I have, then they're going to surpass me. Okay, well, if they're better at it than you are, then like, that's good. You know, you taught them so well that they surpassed you. That's what you should want from them. And you want them to be really good at it so that you don't have to do it forever. They can take your role and you can move up or move out into a better fit for you. Because if they're better at your job than you are, then you're not in the right spot. You gotta get the right people in the right seats. I know what you mean now. There is different ways of being sensitive. I agree with what you just said. I figured, yeah. I feel like you're a pretty good guy. If people. Yeah, I don't know what I said. God damn this keyboard. I've encountered a few in my career that try and hold back sharing knowledge. Pissed me off, but at the same time, they're no longer around. Oh yeah, I get triggered like that by live streamers as well. Yeah, when they're like not wanting to, I'll be like, oh, like what software are you using for this? Or what kind of camera do you have? Or what kind of microphone do you have? And they're just like won't tell me. And I'm like, why? Like, why are you hiding that? I don't understand. Like, I'm gonna like get the same microphone as you and just destroy your entire influence. Like, everyone who loves you so much is gonna be like, oh, screw this person, Taylor got a new microphone, I'm going to her. Like, it's just weird. It's weird that people are so like shady about their everything, that they want to keep secrets. You know, they think that benefits people, but it just hurts everybody because it makes me not like them, which is not helpful, right? Well, I'm not going to want to collaborate with them. I'm not going to want to give them information. It's like, it just doesn't help anybody. It's so dumb, especially working for the same company they do that. Oh, instead of being, well, they might still view you as competition, right? I always made sure that I was a benevolent leader. Nice, I like that. Mentoring calls for a certain type of person. Good mentors exhibit the following attributes. Accessibility. Mentors make themselves available, taking the time to spend with someone, making observations, listening carefully, and offering guidance. Yes. Have you ever worked for someone who's like, they're just too busy? Like, they just don't have time to like deal. I had a boss that used to just say like, I have so much to do. I don't have time to deal with all this whining. Like, he wasn't talking about me. He was talking to me about like my coworkers. Literally, there's like 10 people that worked there, right? I'm like, you have 10 people that report to you, and there's problem. There's like, you're having a morale problem, and you just can't be bothered with it. Like the whining, you know. And these are adults. Like most of the people that work there were in their 40s, and I'm like, you have to do. That's your job. Like you own this place. Like you just can't be bothered. I mean, that is probably a big part of the reason there's a morale problem, my friend. It's why I don't look at Kayvon's scopes he got wrong. What? What do you mean he got wrong? Explains all the failures, having no strong males to model after. Yeah, I mean, I definitely had a lot of depression revolved around relationships with boys when I was growing up, and I probably still have problems in that department because I still have a hard time getting my dad to like drive 2 hours to come see me once a year. I mean, it's tough when you just don't have a whole lot of, but I would say that Ed is an amazing example of a man who is a good father, a good boyfriend, lover, partner, husband, whatever, a good business person. He's just like the total package and a really good example of, he gives me hope that like all hope is not lost here. He's raising his boys well. He stays calm with them. He's So freaking sexy. Okay, let's move forward. Sorry, I'm talking about my boyfriend right now. Many wealthy people I know want nothing more than to help self-starters, but they want willing people. That's what I said in the beginning. Yes, exactly, Dan. Me and Dan. Dan's my best friend. We talk about this kind of stuff. There's a reason that we're best friends. I mean, he's my best friend, is because we could talk about this kind of stuff forever. Ed has a great package. How do you know this? What happened last time you guys hung out? I know you went to the movies. This is ridiculous. Your dad was never there. Yeah, mine wasn't either. I met my dad when I was 19, though, which is better than never, right? But yeah, so in the beginning of this broadcast, I keep saying we, like people want to be mentored by me, whatever. Whoever you want to be mentored by, they probably very rarely get people who want to be mentored by them and are willing to put in the work and do what they need to do to be successful. So if you just ask them, chances are they're going to be like, thank God I've been looking for this, I've been waiting for this. Think of people who are getting up there in years and they want to retire and they own a company and nobody that works for them seems interested in taking this company. Do they really want to sell it to someone who's just going to like tear it apart and merge it into some big corporation? There's a lot of opportunities out there for mentorship. Protected sex. Oh my God. Wrong microphone? Oh, because he has the wrong microphone. Kayvon doesn't even go live from his computer. Now, I hope that you will all take a moment to enjoy my supreme microphone. Oh yeah, I can talk to you over here. Oh, I can talk in this ear. Do you have headphones on? Put some headphones on. I'm on this ear. Now I'm in this ear. Oh God, yes. Okay, stop. Talking fast doesn't equate in great content and info. Yes, that's very true. No disagreements here. Freaking Dan, that's a big stick. Not as big as this one. Does this equate in great content? What if I do this with my eyebrows? The answer is yes. You can mentorship me for goats yoga. I don't want goats yoga. I don't want goats pooping and peeing on me when I'm trying to do yoga. I don't even want them stepping on me. They have hooves. Ouch. I don't want anything to step on me when I'm in a yoga pose. Anyway, patience. People learn at varying speeds, and some need more guidance than others. It's important to be willing to provide whatever it takes to help. This is something that I always am working to develop. I used to get this compliment at my old job all the time. You're so patient. Thank you so much for being so patient with us. And I'm like, I do not view myself as patient. Because in my head, I'm going, come on! But then, like, in person, I'm like, oh yeah, you just take your time. That's fine. I'm like, and they're like, what's taking so long? You need more acro in your IG content. Yeah, but we don't do acro yoga, really. Truly, I cannot understand American yoga. American yoga? What is American yoga? Oh, you mean like the Instagram yoga people? Like all the crazy stuff, yeah. Yes, Dan, yes! Okay, I'm excited. All right. This one's for you, boxing. Sensitivity. Tact and diplomacy are vital. A mentor's role is to motivate and encourage. Our last segment in this series was about motivation, so feel free to watch that replay. It was a couple days ago. Respectfulness and respect. This is something, we have 6-year-old boys and we are hardcore trying to like make sure that they understand this concept, and it doesn't come easy. They are pretty respectful of other people, like much more than they are of each other. They don't respect like personal space. They don't respect like anything at all. Respect. Everyone is different. Mentors respect these differences. In turns, mentors are recognized and admired by peers, supervisors, and even by outsiders. Flexibility. This one's for you, Tiki. Yoga. Do yoga. No, that's not what it says. Mentors need to adapt to various situations and be willing to try a new approach if one mentoring method fails to achieve the desired results. I could probably do better with that. Come up with like different methods, actually categorize them in my brain and kind of say, okay, plan A, plan B, plan C, rather than just like plan A, okay, try some more plan A, let's just do plan A again. What about plan A? Okay, because that's probably more like I am. Knowledge. Before they can help someone else, mentors have acquired experience and knowledge, which lend credibility to the guidance they give. Knowledge is power. You know how much I love knowledge. I talk about it all the time. Knowledge. I just invented a new thing. Yes! People always ask me to scream during my ASMR broadcasts. So far I haven't done it, but ooh, that would be a good dare. Who's going to put it on the list? Hi, A-Train. Next one is, oh my god, that just reminded me I didn't send Miles his $100. Stand by for $100 sending. Dun, 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 dun. We are gonna go over in content today, just like every other day this week. What's buzzing at me? Oh, it's my PayPal code. Now I trust you totally more, but first of all, I could not trust you. Wait, why? Because of the microphone? Is there a delay? Wait. Dan? That doesn't seem right, though. Why does it say that? I'm hard to troll today. Oh, sorry. I'm not really paying good attention, am I? I find it best not to trust her. That's fine. You don't have to trust me. Just support me. nextjuice.com/support. Links in the profile. Thank you. It's like, okay, so remember how you said you saw that it went through 3 times? I feel like it looks like it went through 3 times here, but I don't even have that much money in my PayPal. So it couldn't have gone through 3 times. Oh wait, no, but then I sent him that money. It may have gone through 3 times. I only got 1 email. But when I'm actually looking in here, I see 3. It did? So do you want me to send you back the 2? That's probably the easiest way to do it, right? Remind me to do that. Like, just text me right now, and then I'll do it when I end this broadcast. I gotta find Miles. I'm just gonna leave PayPal open. I'm gonna remember to do that. And Miles. Okay. Back to the music faster. No, there's no music. I just got $2,000 from Next Juice. No. You better not have. I don't have $2,000 to give you. I'm sorry, my friend. I mean, I wish I did, but nope. Okay. Confidence. Mentors are self-assured and friendly. Friendly. I like that. I think I'm done with content. Okay, bye. Just kidding. No. But it was meant to be once, right? That's very strange that it did that. And that I only got 1 email about it. That's very weird. But yeah, no, I'll do it as soon as I'm done with this broadcast. Attentiveness. Mentors care about other people and truly want to help. I'll never speak of you. Speak of me, but you'll still speak to me? I don't know, that might be okay. Who do you speak to me? Speak of me, too. Why am I such a troll? Often just listening without taking on the other person's problem can be of great help because it enables the other person to articulate the problem and sort things out. Yes, if you just give people a chance to talk, half the time they're going to solve the problem themselves. And then you'll just be like, yep, agreed. Go do it. All right, here we go. How to mentor. Mentors provide positive, nurturing environments that benefit the people they mentor. To create a positive, nurturing environment, do the following. I might speak poorly of me. To who, though? Pierre. It's weird that you used a PH in that word, but also... Oh, you got muted by Tiki. See what happens? See what happens when you're too extra? You get muted by Tiki on her birthday. Don't piss off the birthday girl, my friend. Along those lines, don't just give answer, but challenge and help them think it through. Don't just give the answer, but yes, exactly. Yeah, ask them questions. I have a problem with asking leading questions. I'm a little bit obvious. I'm surprised I haven't been muted. I'm sure you've been muted before. Do you want to be muted? Offer opportunities for skill development. Provide special projects and assignments that build new skills. Refer people to books or articles about that skill. Dan sends me articles all the time. That is really important. So people were saying in one of my previous broadcasts, well, if you give them more work or new work, they're going to feel like they're not going to like it. And I'm like, well, not necessarily, because it's showing that you trust them. You're giving them more responsibility. You think more highly of them. Hopefully, if they're getting more new jobs, more responsibilities, their pay or their bonus or something goes up, or they get more vacation time. Like, you know, you're making some type of negotiation. You're not just demanding more and more and more. I've sent you 3 articles. What are you, keeping track somewhere? What the heck, you gotta forget. See, look, see that? This is how I talk to my friends. If you can't handle this, we can't be friends. If you can't handle all this, point out areas needing improvement. Their interest level. Yeah, of course, yeah. Hi, namesake. Well, this is, so you're only gonna mentor people who show potential and interest in being mentored. So we've already kind of like ruled that out. I've actually sent you more books. That's true. I do like that you've read on this channel. Yes, I think all of them. No, there's probably still some of them I haven't read yet. Oh my god, can somebody mute her, please? She's saying ladybird? Oh my god. Often, a gap exists between a person's existing skills and the skills needed to complete a project or to advance in a career. Draw attention to that gap and then guide them to discover what they can do to close it. Can everybody please just tell Taylor what that emoji is called? It's not a ladybird. How many times do we have to have the same conversation? That is a bug. It's not a bird. It has no feathers. That is a ladybug. Provide helpful advice. Also, it's good to see you. And she's on this list. Look, boom! There she is. Taylor! She sent $5 the other day. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Offer ideas or information based on your superior experience in the subject matter at hand. Be a role model. Is this a funny thing that you do? What, steal your money? Yes, that's what I do. We all listen to people we respect and admire. Be aware that people watch you to see how you handle difficult or challenging situations. That's what I said in the beginning, too. You might not even realize that you're a mentor, but people are watching you, and they're learning a lot more from your actions than they are from your words. Encourage people to think for themselves. This is the last piece of advice, and this concludes this part of this segment of the series. Our next segment of the leadership series is the last one, and it is about team building. Don't simply solve problems. This is what our club. See, our club, I told you, you're always perceptive and psychic. Instead, encourage people to find possible solutions themselves. Which one do you think is best? This is something that my other friend / mentor, Kieran, always, or not always, but gave me one time, which I absolutely love and still refer to on a regular basis, which is do the right thing. He said that when he used to work in corporate, and people would come up to him with a problem. They, okay, well, should I do this? Should I do this? And he'll be like, just do the right thing. And they're like, what? He's like, you know what the right thing is, just do the right thing. He's not going to figure it out for you, right? It's on you. Like, do the right thing. And that was very, very profound advice to me at one point in my life and relationship with Ed. It's a ladybird, just deal with it. How is nobody saying ladybug right now? Tiki, don't laugh at her. There's at least 3 mentors here, and they don't know it. In Periscope or else Taylorscope? Taylorscope. It kind of does sound like Periscope. Taylorscope. Ooh. That appeals to my ego a little bit too much. Let's shut that down. That's too much. Do the right thing, not only technically in business choice, but ethically is key. Right, exactly. Right, like morally. Right, which is the advice that he was giving me was not about business. Do not ever BS. Ever. Because sometimes it's kind of funny. Like when I tell Dan I'm going to steal his money. That's amusing. I'm BSing. But it's all for good. It's for a good cause. Taylor, no, Tiki, we're supposed to shut it down. Shut it down. My ego's getting out of control. We did end this broadcast. I love you guys. This concludes 3 hours. Hey, thanks for the baseball super hearts. That's fun. 6,300 Mitsugu. You're cool. That was a huge super heart. That was bomb.com. Thank you so much. I mean, in work. Amongst friends, BS is expected. Exactly. That's how you know I'm friends with him, because he expects BS from his friends. How about the one sleeve up, one sleeve down look? What's this wrinkling? Should I have had my shirt tucked in this whole time? Did I look like a slob this whole time? Oh, there's my belly. I'm still not tucking it in. Oh, this shirt is horrible. But wait, it's pretty in the back. I'm gonna end the broadcast with my back turned. See, look how pretty that is. That's why I like this shirt. It's so cute back there. I should have broadcasted the whole time like this. But if I go like this, you can't see it. Oh, it's so pretty. This is how I should have started the broadcast. Do you know what Ed said to me? I put this shirt on one time and he goes, aren't you wearing it backwards? This is what he thinks the front. Hi, that'd be my boob. My boob would just be out. It would just be like, hello, these are my breasts. What's up? Boys. Frickin' boys. Anyway, thanks for being here. Those of you who made it live, those of you watching my husband, those of you watching on the replay. Boxing, thank you for the super hearts. I mean in work, amongst friend BS. Oh, I already read that. Okay, sorry. Ed is innovative. Ed is perverted. Aren't we all, though? Yeah, it's not going to work. That's not going to work. Exactly. Tiki, thank you for being the voice of all females everywhere when you say that's a dumb idea. Okay, that looks worse. I love you guys. I don't want to go, but I do have to go because I got to finish my stats homework. And it's been pretty good, though. So there's only 3 sections on Chapter 5, and the first 2 sections are pretty simple. I had to come up with a beastly formula from hell in Excel, but when I did, all I have to do is type in 3 numbers, boom, it gives me the answer. I'm like, this is amazing. I love you too. Namaskaram. Happy birthday. Happy, 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 joy, joy. Happy, 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 joy. Wait, no. How does that even go? Thank you for the super hearts. Happy birthday, Tiki. It goes like that. And then I'll take the quiz. So I gotta finish section 3. It's a little bit tricky. Thank you for the super hearts. Another huge one. Boom. You're the man or woman. What is your carp? What is your what does that baseball mean? Mitsugu. Carp. Oh. Momoda, top contributor of the broadcast with 25,000 super hearts. Ah, I have a pimple in my ear and it hurts. Night all, fun time. Happy birthday, Tiki. Yes, 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 yes. And then all I have left to do, then I have Math 101. Okay, so I have to do that, then I have to do Math 101, then I have to write a paper for Psych, and then we'll be done for the week. Maddie, hi. I did have a wonderful day. I hope you did too. Thank you for the super hearts, Dan and Tiki. Guys, don't do this. This makes me not want to go. Thank you for the super hearts, you guys. I love you guys. I hope you enjoyed this broadcast about mentorship and all sorts of other things, like the problem that men are facing in America and how it's not getting enough airtime, and the cash cannon. That's why there's money all over the floor. What else did we talk about? A lot. We went everywhere. And remember, books can be mentors too, or articles. So it doesn't always have to be one-on-one mentorship. You can learn just from watching people or from reading their books or whatever. Hashtag men too. Oh my God, that's so good. Oh God, that's so good. Whoa. Whew. Whew. Okay, sorry, that's too loud. That was good. Rhodey says happy birthday, Tiki. I'm gonna have my associate's degree finished on May 6th. So that'll be 10 months to get my associate's degree instead of 2 years, which I thought it might take. I don't know. Okay. Not everybody. We all have different strengths. I was going to say, I don't know why it takes people 2 years to get through it, but not everybody wants to take 18 credits a semester. So I get why it takes longer. Ed said something to me. He's like, I went to college for 5 years and I didn't even get my associate's degree. He's like, you get it in 10 months. What the hell am I doing wrong? You can't see Rhodey? No one can. He's mysterious. Okay, sorry, boxing. That's my bad. I'm getting a little out of control. I need to do my homework. You guys need to stop being interesting. Stop saying super hearts. That's kind of you to say. Thank you. Truly, he is secret? Well, yeah, pretty much. Mm-hmm. Yeah. Rhodey, do you even talk on Discord now? Okay, bye, Dan. You thought he blocked you? You said thought. You're a troll. You are a troll. You said thought. Rhodey, are you going to take that? Or are you going to comment right now? This is your chance. It's Tiki's birthday. She called you a thought. What are you going to do about it? Rhodey's favorite song is Twerk, by the way. I like when he can't comment. He said sometimes talk. Oh, on Discord, though. What? Don't play. Yes, Dan, exactly. Wait, well, that's more of a hot thought? Yeah. Okay. Um, yeah, no. Tiki's playing dumb. She knows. She knows. This is... I need water. Oh, God. I had hot thoughts for breakfast. Oh, you had multiple thoughts for breakfast. Where did you go for breakfast? It was Denny's, wasn't it? Brody wants to know if you want to be muted boxing. I cannot spell American. Oh, that you spelled American just fine. You spelled thought perfectly. Okay, my all-time favorite Rhodey, or comment about Rhodey, is Emily is convinced that I have Rhodey held captive in my basement, and he can only do what I say he can do. So one night, the kids were getting ready for bed, aka not wanting to go to bed, and were screaming, and you heard one of them scream, and Sarah was called in, and she's like, did I just hear someone screaming? And I was like, yeah, it's fine, don't worry about it. And Emily's like, it's Rhodey! Ooh, Asif. Oh, Derek's not here anymore. Derek came in specifically to make fun of you, Asif. He was looking for you. He's like, is Asif in here? I'm here to make fun of him. Ah. Oh my God, I love that we're all such terrible people. Really warms my heart. Makes me feel like I'm not alone in the world of trolling. No, you got psycho, ugh, and off words. Well, yeah. Thought, yeah, it's O-U-G-H-T. Who let me at them? Oh, Derek. Because of Survivor. Because of the immunity idol. Am I getting more pimples on my head? Look, see? Instant karma. It's mayonnaise pimples. Oh, this is what happens when you rub mayonnaise all over your face for a freaking dare on Periscope. Ah! I will F them up for messing with my Asif. Well, Asif keeps telling everyone that my Survivor character started a mutiny against him, and we're not even in the same tribe, so. I love Asif, but he might be delusional. Too many Dan-Dans, if you know what I mean. I feel like Dan's gonna say there's no such thing as too many Dan-Dans. Alright, I need to clean up the money. My legs are so sore from leg day. I'm not traitorous. Yo, my dude just spent the entire episode chilling in a hammock. Waiting for his moment. And then, when everyone left him, and it was just him in his hammock, he struck. He went and he found an immunity idol in a tree, and no one even knows that happened. Hi, Demetrius. How are you? Carolina Reaper Pepper has to go on the list. I have Ghost Pepper on there. How can I join your Discord? And I kind of want to out-troll the other person, but it's been so long you might block me without warning. I might. You never know. I do that sometimes. I don't usually warn people. I just block them. But my Discord link's on my website, nextjuice.com. Go to contact. You are cleaning money? Yes, I am. It's the Taka. The Taka Tacos. Thanks, Demetrius. I'm sure you look good, too. I can't really see you. That's the weird part of live streaming. I can't wait till the day that Periscope adds the video to the call-in feature. That is gonna be so dope. My legs hurt too much to do this, but I can't just leave money all over the floor. Guys, look at this. I feel like you're not understanding the gravity of the situation. I need like a... You know, like the older people, they have those grabbers or the reachers with the little triggers so they can like pick things up off the ground. That's what I need. You've never used Discord, really? Are you still shooting your cash gun? You tell me. Because you have call-in enabled. I have call-in enabled on pretty much every single broadcast now, but Periscope won't allow me to have call-ins on OBS. Not just me, but everyone. You can't have call-ins through Periscope Producer. I hope that... No, not trash pick rubbers. Those are like stabby things. Not like the things that you stab. I don't know how to like put holes in all the money. They're like little grabbers. You don't know what I'm talking about? Oh, you guys are too young. Did I make up for last night, our club? Wait, I did Discord for Periscope badge, if that's the app. Discord for Periscope badge? What? Except this one, I like you, entertain me, clown. Did that work? Did that work, Mike? Oh, God. That's another one of the dares. Another one of the dares is I have to put clown makeup on and go to the mall and buy something. Hi, Sean. We should burn every batch of money. I thought that too when I was high on mushrooms, when I was like, not hypothetically, not incriminating myself. My hamstrings. It hurts. It hurts. You're welcome, clown boy. Anything for you, my love. Do you go on the internet and tell people what to do because people don't do what you want them to do in your real life? Oh, did that get too real for you, Mike? I'm sorry. Oof. That went a little, that was like, you weren't ready for that. I wasn't ready for it either. It caught me by surprise. Do I know Clown Boy? No, I don't know that guy. I don't know, his name sounds kind of familiar, but I feel like Mike Wilson is like the most generic name. Like, it really could be someone I've never seen before. Who knows? They jump faster? You didn't say jump, you said entertain. Do you find jumping entertaining? 2, 5, 6. You know what, I just realized this is not on my net worth, my cash cannon asset. It's not on my net worth spreadsheet. Oh, you got muted. Oh, Tiki gotcha. It's her birthday. She does what she wants. If you run an Android emulator, you can do call-ins and still utilize OBS and Streamlabs. I don't use Streamlabs. Wait, are you talking about like Streamlabs OBS or actual OBS? He angrified me. I muted him. Angrified is a word now. Happy birthday, Tiki. That's okay. You can mute him. That's fine. He was, 2, 3. Nobody here is upset that you did that. Except him. Maybe. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 9, 10, 11, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 24, 25, 26, 27, 30, 31, 32, 33, 34, 36, 37, 38, 39. But yeah, I would like to know how to use Collins with OBS for sure. 100%. But I don't use Streamlabs OBS. I use like just plain old regular desktop OBS. But the more I think about it, I'm like, I guess I could just have people call in like on Skype. I've done that before, actually. I've done call-in, like video call-in broadcasts. I haven't done that in so long. Maddie R, giving me the ideas. I freaking love it. Thank you for coming in. I know you probably don't have the best rap on Periscope, but I dig it. I don't know what an Android emulator is too, but I have a PC, so I feel like it'd be pretty easy to make that work. I love you guys. I am going to, okay, you're going to write an article. Oh, there's no articles that exist about this? Oh, because of Periscope call-in. Okay. Why is my nose so red? You have OBS on your phone? Yeah, that's probably Streamlabs, right? See you next time on Taylorscope. Yes, I'll see you next time on Tiki Scope. Thank you for all the super hearts. Where are we at? Dan, Tiki, Boxing, Mark, Mamoda, top contributor who's going to get a shout out first week of November. I do shout out the top contributors of Super Hearts from every broadcast throughout the month at the end of the month. Thank you, Will and Lou, for the Super Hearts. Please click the link in my profile, nextjuice.com/support, and help me to keep this channel going just like these amazing people have done over the last 30 days. Makes my dreams possible and makes my life easier, because then I don't have to stop doing what I love so much, and that would cause me to be very sad. So thank you for keeping me happy. Angrified Tiki. Good night, boxing. I love you guys, and I hope that you guys like this channel because I'm live every day, 7 days a week, for 3 hours a day with positive content to help you reach your health, wealth, and relationship goals. I hope that you've had fun connecting with our little nexus here, our little corner of the internet, our connected group of people with that juice, the special quality, that special energy, that special positivity you find in this community just about every day. We ain't perfect, but we try. This has been A Moment in Time with Taylor. Hope to see you on the next juice, and thank you again for everyone who makes this channel possible. And don't worry, Dan, I'm not going to steal your money. I'm going to give it back to you right now. Bye. Tiki, you've done this before. No, you know I only wait for super hearts. Oh, what? Do you see her right now? Do you see this? My makeup's melting into my eyes. I'm so sweaty. Why am I sweating? And you can have my money. Well, thank you, but I'll give back the money that I'm not supposed to have. Boom! Tiki, why are you trolling? What do you even want? You love Hayseed? Hayseed? Hayseed. What does it sound like I'm saying? What is Hayseed? I love Hayseed. Okay, bye. I love you. Okay, bye. I love you too. Let's do it again. This has been A Moment in Time with Taylor. Hope to see you on the next juice. Thank you, Tiki. I love you. Happy birthday. Thanks for coming with and hanging out with us on your birthday too. You're the best. I love you. I love you all. Okay. Bye.